viewers, obviously, you come to us for every week for the most updated views, analysis of Florida State football. You're going to have to bear with us for a moment because it's been nearly 2 calendar years since we've covered a 2-game winning streak for Florida State. So Logan, what do we do here?
What we do is look at all the North Carolina fans that were in our comments for all off season. We say hey to them. We say good evening. We see Luke Walker's in here. There's going to be a few that will sprinkle in. Some won't even make it, but it's good to see y'all. Coach Brown, still probably in his career, won't beat Florida State. This was going to be, I think, his last chance to do so. Sam Howell also never beat Florida State in his career. As a Tar Heel, decommitted from Florida State just to lose to Florida State. Not even ranked now. They were looking forward to having a good season this upcoming year. Nothing. They were supposed to have a good season last year. Lost to Florida State. That ruined their season. So good to see you, Tar Heel fans. The sunset looked beautiful. We loved it was beautiful. It was really quiet, though. The fans just didn't even seem like there was a football game going on. But good to see you, Tar Heel fans. But, yeah, good evening. 2-win streak. 2-win streak. A lot of energy in Tallahassee right now.
But don't worry, North Carolina. You can still beat Miami this week.
Yeah. Now that's going to be the fun one to watch. That's going to be the fun one.
Don't worry. You can at least beat one team from the state of Florida this season.
Yeah.
We're getting really mouthy for a team that's 2-4. I'm just giving you a heads up there on that one. Getting real mouthy.
2-4. You can emphasize that, or you can emphasize 2-game winning streak.
The longest winning streak of any FBS team in the state of Florida right now. Not Florida, not UCF. They're on a losing streak. Miami's gone downhill. We'll make fun of them later on in the show. Even FAU's on a losing streak. USF. I think the last time they won, I was actually married. I mean, we right now, I'm going to come out and say it, Logan. We're the best FBS team in Florida right now. That's bold. It's bold, I know.
Mark's staying quiet. He's just listening in. Listening.
I am. I was impressed with the effort on Saturday. Going down 10-0 right out of the gate, I thought, there it is. That's what we expected to happen, and Vegas expected it to happen. A 17-point underdog.
Yeah.
And, man, they went to that running game. Jordan Travis running that offense, efficient passing at 11 of 13. Running the ball for $121. You got your quarterback.
The biggest compliment I can say from what happened last Saturday, and Mark just touched on it right there. This is the first time this season that Florida State did not give up. This is the first time that Florida State's backs were against the wall and they did not give up. You jump, like Mark said, you jump down 10-0. How do you respond? 3 touchdowns. You go on to the halftime with a big lead. What scared me, and I think, Logan, you'll agree with me on this one, what scared me was North Carolina scoring the touchdown to start the third quarter, cutting the lead to 21-17. Because at that point, you thought, okay, is this going to be it? Is this going to be when North Carolina turns the corner? And then Florida State's defense buckles down. The offense gets 2 touchdowns, comfortable lead, in control, and comes out of there with a huge win. This is the first time this season, because you didn't see it against Syracuse. Remember, we had a double-digit lead against Syracuse. Syracuse came back and tied it up. Had a lead against Notre Dame. Notre Dame came back and took the lead. Had a lead against Jacksonville State. They took the lead. We let Wake Forest jump out to a big lead. Let Louisville jump out to a big lead. This is the first time this season that Florida State met the challenge of the adversity and rose to the occasion. I'm proud of what this team did. I'm proud of what Mark said. Mark is 100% correct. Jordan Travis is the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Jordan Travis has solidified his place as the starting quarterback from this point on. I think you can make an argument that Jordan Travis, if he starts the Jacksonville State game, starts the Louisville game, there's probably a win right there. In at least one of those 2 games right there, and you're a 3-3 team, and things are looking even rosier. But we can't go back to the past. Right now, Florida State, this is the Florida State team that you want to see heading into this second half of the season. Yes, the second half of the season is a lot tougher schedule-wise, but there's a lot more winnable options now. And I'm going to say it right now. There is a chance. I'm not willing to make a prediction on it, but there's a chance this is a Florida State team that could, if they play this way the rest of the season, could fight to be bowl eligible.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of fans were thinking about that after the game. Jason wondering if Florida State now has any kind of chance of making it to a bowl. And I think there's some games now that with the effort that you saw in Florida State coming back and keeping that steady stream of offense going, I kind of got the feeling for me that the offense is starting to hit its cylinders. I think there's still some work to be done, most certainly, but the offensive line didn't allow one sack. I don't remember the last time we've been able to say that. I might not have been in college yet.
No, you weren't. No,
certainly, and that's a long time ago. That's a long time. I've been in college for a good while.
We got to talk to you about that.
Yeah, to note that, but no sacks allowed, and it just seems like Florida State's offense was clicking. It felt like near the fourth quarter, that felt pretty promising that Florida State was going to at least make it down the field and score. I mean, they were just taking care of it. I think it was the most beautifully called game by Dillingham and Mike Norvell. I mean, they were just taking stabs everywhere they could. They made a lot of confusion for UNC's DBs and linebackers. I know the one play where they put Ontario Wilson out in motion, the guy covering him there on the outside to the left had no idea what to do with them. It was just all sporadic, and he was trying to talk and communicate with his guys, and ended up being a wide open Ontario Wilson there. So for a touchdown, and that's just called beautiful play calling. Jordan Travis, like you said, Jason, he is most certainly the solidified starter. And you just got to wonder how, it seems like he's at the healthiest he's ever been, going to some practice observations this week. Yeah, he's not in a boot, he's not in a brace, nothing. That's the first time, at least in a while, that during practices we haven't seen him in that. And we got to see that the last few weeks, that he is in a really good rhythm right now. And he has that explosiveness that we saw last year. And he was I felt not so 100% to start the season. And we got to see the effects of that. Some of maybe there's a play calling. It just seems like now the staff has put together a game scheme for Jordan Travis, and we can see how lethal it can be with him, because he is practically also another running back, and just put him in space and he'll do magic. But you can't. We can talk about Jordan Travis, but also Treshaun Ward and Corbin, mainly Treshaun Ward. He ended that game off. He made a mistake by going off to the sideline, and Dillingham said that he said a lot of things that he couldn't say publicly in the headset. But then the next play, they said, you know what, we trust this guy, and they gave him the ball again, and boom, he makes a beautiful backspin, makes a move, is physical, and gets the first down and ends the game. And that just goes to show that they trust him. And that, if we think about it, last year he was just a walk-on. So he's got a bright future, but the offense won the game most certainly. And the defense, DBs too. DBs played their best game in years, in my opinion. They played well, and a lot of plays. Sidney Williams, beautiful play, deep ball. Sam Howell's going for 6. Sidney Williams makes a perfect play at the perfect time to deflect it. Jerrion Jones gets the interception there, and Brownlee locked down the whole entire game. Didn't get to really talk about him that much. That's a good thing. We don't talk about Jalen Ramsey that much on Sundays because he's on lockdown mode and he's doing his thing. If they're talking about you a lot, that means the wide receiver is getting touchdowns on you. So overall, it's rare I can talk about 5 minutes of good things for once.